Shadowcoast here, and welcome to BattleTech Iron Man Impossible mode. We're going to continue on here in just a minute with our priority missions. You can see we've suffered a few injuries. I'm just very quickly checking since it has been a week or so since I've played last. Alright, so we are going to continue on with War Council here in just a second. Before we do, I did majorly respec, or I'm planning on respecing the Grasshopper. I'm putting 2 large lasers, 2 medium lasers to put them into a more sniping mech with a kind of breaching shot capability. And I'm rethinking this now, guys. What do I'd like that large laser on there. You know what? We're gonna stick with medium lasers. We will throw in a small laser, so extra melee damage, and then heat sinks. And we're gonna bring these guys down to 110. Bring these guys up to 120. So we're gonna have a few medium lasers on there and a large laser to make him a little more of a longer range to medium range mech. We're gonna kick off this priority mission. So we are running priority mission War Council, which will kick into, I believe, our next mission if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to be focusing on priority missions, trying to progress through them fairly quickly as we approach the Flashpoint DLC coming out. I do believe on the main campaign you can only run Flashpoints after you've completed the Arano Restoration, from my understanding, although I will be reading more into it as we get closer to launch. I do believe they released some notes, which I haven't read through quite yet, on patch 1.3, so I'll post a video talking about 1.3 as we get closer. Alright. Morale decreased by 2. Arg. Mistake. Should not have paid them off. We should have fought them. I'm thinking about what we did to the Grasshopper, and I'm wondering if I made a mistake. I'm wondering if we should have kept the medium lasers on there and just put in another hold on here, guys. I'm changing my mind. I'm really changing my mind. I don't think I optimized this. Yeah. Well, accuracy plus, that's pretty sweet. Large laser, 50 damage, 5 tons, 25 damage, 1 ton. What did we have here? We had throw on some small lasers in case we melee, then heat sink it up. So I don't know. I think we're gonna do this. Before I confirm, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus a large laser. I think that's a pretty good assortment. Give them a little range. The reason I'm doing this is because they're are situations where we just can't get close enough for those medium lasers, so I want to make sure the grasshopper is consistently able to put damage down. And that large laser triple plus was a big pickup. +3 accuracy, +10 damage. I don't know if we're going to find a weapon quite that nice. Alright, what do we have here? +2 accuracy, AC 5. +1. Alright, nothing to write home about quite yet. Let her keep working on it. No lasting consequences. Unfortunately, I was hoping to get a plus medium laser in there. Alright, we have arrived at Weldry. So, 1 second. Just taking a look. Here we go, War Council.
And I promise you that our forces are maintaining a firm upper hand against this false restoration, thanks in part to the support of our newfound allies in the Taurian Concordat. Just today, those allies, led by the heroic Commodore Samuel Osterman, liberated my own daughter, Victoria, from insurgent captivity. And though the fight was hard, our new friends won the day through the strength of their courage and the virtue of their purpose. Soon, we will end this war. And when we do, we will turn our attention back to the expansion of our industry and the betterment of our people. Long live the Taurian Concordat, and long live the Oregon Directorate!
Looks like they got House Corrosis and Victoria's free. Going to have to avenge them, clearly. Anna Maria, I summon you here to discuss long-term strategy, but we have a crisis to address. You've seen my uncle's broadcast, what Oscar did to Lord Corrosis, what his soldiers are still doing to the people of Smithen. I am honor-bound to ride to their defense. Kamea, you've got much bigger things to worry about than Smithen. I won't mince words. Your cause is very nearly lost. With only a small fraction of the fleet, the Tarians have you dramatically outgunned. Given the chance, the Iberia alone could break your army in two. Why are the Tarians fighting for the Directorate? Do you have any concrete answers? If you're looking for proof, I can't help, but I can tell you what I think is behind all of this. The Perdition Massacre. It's a chemical attack on the Tarian border system that killed 11,000 civilian lives. They believe the Federated Sons did it. I believe that House Davian's attack on the Concordat created an opportunity for Espinosa. And unfortunately for us, I believe that he has taken it. What opportunity? Spell it out. Protector Calderon believes that the Davian invasion of the Tarian Concordat is imminent. In the Directorate, he sees a convenient pawn and a buffer to protect a poorly defended stretch of the Concordat's border. If the Directorate's weapons have been coming from the Tarians, I imagine they've had an agreement in place for some time. Yeah, that timing makes sense. By arming the Directorate, Calderon would be fortifying his own border against evasion. When Espinosa learned about Castle Nautilus, he must use it as a bargaining chip to get the Tarians into the war on his side. In a limited intervention, but yes, Calderon would have leapt at the chance to claim an SLDF armory. With a major war imminent, the capture of a fully stocked outpost castle could have provided the Tarians with a tremendous advantage. But you destroyed the armory and killed their soldiers, and apparently destroyed one of the dropships on Anvelt. I suspect that your problems with the Tarian Concordat have only just begun. And this is Star League Defense Force, just the SLDF. If Commodore Oscar wants to hurt us, he has to find us. The Reach is a big place. Of course, and that's why the Tarian battle mechs are sacking Smithen. Even as we speak, he's trying to lure Lady Arano to him. It's a deliberate provocation, Kamea. You must realize that. We fought against the Tarians on our true. We know what we're up against, so let's talk about how we're going to win this. Not through direct confrontation. If you let Oshgard bait you into attacking him on Smith, then you will die, as will Lady Arano. This isn't hyperbole, Kamea. You will die if you take the field against him, and your restoration will perish with you. What would you counsel me to do then? Nothing? Would you have me sit on my hands while the Tarians murders the people I've sworn to protect? I would advise you to lead your army wisely and to stay out of battles you cannot win. Kamea, listen to me. There is still hope, but you won't find it on the battlefield. The alliance between the Tarians and the Director is tenuous, far more so than they would have you believe. Protector Calderon knows what kind of man your uncle is. We could turn allies into enemies if we play your cards right. Calderon is supposed to be a sharp guy. It doesn't take a genius to figure that out. No, it doesn't, and even as we speak, my agents are digging for information that will open a rift between our enemies. For what it's worth, I am confident that they will find it. But none of this will mean anything if you let Ostergaard goad you into a suicidal charge. So, I beg you, ignore him. Stay away. She can't do that, Lady Centrella. If you'd been there before we liberated this system, if you'd see the things we've seen, you'd know better than to ask. I appreciate your advice, Anna Maria, but were I to follow it, the Regan people would lose faith in me, and they'd have be right to do so. I owe it to them to be better than that, and so I will fight, but not in the way that our enemies expect. Tell me what you mean. Oshgard expects me to deploy my army against his forces on Smithton, to lead from the front, as I have in our battles with the Directorate. You've convinced me that this is a risk I cannot take, and so if he expects me to come to him with a hammer, I'll use a scalpel instead. I trust your company is up to the task, Shadowcoast. If the price is... Alright, my company alone against Tarian Assault Force, it'll be an adventure, Lady Arano. That it will, and I'll be guiding you on the comms every step of the way. You have my answer, Anna Maria. I won't take the field myself, and I won't redirect my army. But I'll be damned if I let Ostergaard's troops slaughter my people without a fight. Your mercenaries have been one of our key advantages in this war, Kamea. By doing this, you're putting them at grave risk, but if your heart is set on returning to Smithton, I am powerless to stop you. Instead, I wish you good luck and take my leave. I'll be in touch when my agents know more, but please, Kamea, stay safe. I don't know if I can save Lazareach without you. I won't let Ostergaard kill me, Anna Maria, I promise. Lady Arano's contract to repel Tarian assaults on Smithton is ready for you to review in the command center. We should follow up when you are ready. Well,
come on in.
Recovery. Alright, proceed. So now we're into priority mission defense Smithton. Proceed to Smithton to protect its people from the Tarians. Early reports suggest a tight battlefield. Because of this, we recommend a land loadout that strikes a balance of mobility, durability, and firepower. Further details will be provided on your arrival. Alright guys, we're going to break this up into 2 short episodes. We just finished Priority Mission War Council. We're going to jump right into Priority Mission Defense of Smithton in the next episode, coming right up. See you then, and thanks for watching.